Alright, today my kids and I have a potluck to go to, and so I am planning on making this bacon wrapped mashed potato stuffed meatloaf that was posted on the Tasty Facebook page. And I'm going to make a video of it to show you how it comes out. And I will also post a link in the description to the actual recipe and directions on how to make it, not just my goofball video. But it does look mighty tasty. Okay, so for this recipe, it called for Yukon Gold potatoes, but I can make mashed potatoes out of anything. So I chose to go with the more cost-effective Idaho potatoes. And the reason why I did this is because there's all these fabulous recipes on the internet and they all use name brand stuff. This mama is on a budget. So I go with inexpensive. Also, I don't know exactly how much potatoes I'm going to need, so I'm just going to make the whole bag. And I'm not worried about it because potatoes, especially mashed potatoes, are one of my kids' favorite foods, so even if there's leftovers, they will get eaten. And this was a 5-pound bag, which that doesn't look like very much, but it is. And then we have one very sad potato, but we'll save it. Don't worry, potato, you will have a purpose. And there's that potato that was all gross looking. Now it has a purpose. We saved it! Alright, so you can see that there's my potatoes, and I've already started the water boiling to make the mashed potatoes, because I was told once that if you cut them evenly and then have the water already getting hot, that they cook faster. And I've added some salt because my grandmother always told me to put salt in my boiling water. I don't know why, but it works. Alright, so in the short amount of time that it took me to peel 5 pounds of potatoes, my water is already making some changes. Fun stuff. Alright, so while the potatoes are cooking, I'm going to get our pan ready. We're going to layer this pan with bacon, and it said that it needed 28 pieces of bacon, but we're going to see. And this is a bundt pan. It's not a traditional bundt pan. I've seen the ones that are like rounded and they kind of have like indentions and stuff. This is what I have, so this is what I'm going to work with. So again, we are working on a budget, so I am using the Kroger brand bacon. The recipe doesn't actually call for a specific brand, but this was relatively inexpensive, and like I said, I'm on a budget, so I can't go out and buy expensive bacon, especially if I need 28 pieces, because one package of bacon has 18 pieces in it, so we're going to make it work. Alright, so our next step is going to be the ground beef. So we're going to mix these 8 ingredients, or maybe there's more than that. Anyway, we're going to start with the beef. And it says that I only needed 2 pounds of ground beef, but I'm feeding a large group with teenage boys, so I went ahead and got 4 pounds of ground beef. We'll see how it works out. Alright, so there's our concoction so far. It looks weird. It looks weird. And there's our potatoes. I get a spoon and mix those around. So in the video online, it showed this woman using this nice little spatula. I typically stir things with my hands. I think that you get a little bit more, a better mix with your hands than a spoon. So here we go. All right, so there it is, all mixed up. Now it's pretty again. And my mashed potatoes are soft, but they're not quite mashable. So I'm going to go ahead and start making the glaze. And remember that originally the recipe called for 2 pounds, but I'm doubling everything because I'm feeding a large group with teenage boys, which equals empty legs where they stored lots of food. Alright, so now I have everything, including my totally awesome mashed potatoes. You see those? Those are so good. They really are. I make the best mashed potatoes in the whole world. Oh my god, they're so good. But now it's time to assemble. Now it's time for assembly, and it says to spread some of the glaze on the inside where the bacon is. So we are going to do that. And just as a reminder, the music you hear playing in the background is on the television. I don't own the rights to it. I don't even know the words to it. If you can identify it and you're interested in purchasing it, actually this actually sounds like Enya, which I'm sure you can probably find, if you can even hear it. I think we could probably get some, like, there. We don't need to necessarily be so conservative with it. We can really spread it on there. Oh yeah, and you're supposed to, the oven is supposed to be at 350 degrees. Alright, so the next part says to add 2/3 of the meat to the bottom of the bundt pan and spread up the sides and up the middle of the pan, making a bowl for the mashed potatoes. This, I found out, is a angel food cake dish. So, anyway, you put the meat in, press it down, and make like a bowl for your mashed potatoes. Alright, so there's my meat bowl. It's kind of weird looking, but it works. Now we put the mashed potatoes in the meat. Alright, so then you add the potatoes, which I already did. Then you put the top on with the meat, and then you cover that with the bacon. Cover it with foil and bake for 1 hour. Have fun, Meatloaf!